Am I red?
Yeah, it's red blinking.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we are at the Traits Extension here in Riverview. As you can see, the sign, and there goes my wife. We're off for a little ride tonight. We're gonna do a little camping at a friend's place. They've got a cabin they're gonna let us stay in, so we'll see what adventure awaits and what kind of fun we'll have. There's a little touch and go earlier today with I've been on vacation all week. My wife's been working. She had kind of a rough week, wasn't feeling so great when she got home, so wasn't too sure if this was going to work out or not. But clearly all she needed was a little speed and dirt. She's riding her bike that we affectionately call Frank, aka Frankenstein or Frankenbike. We bought it secondhand. It was actually our first venture into the ATV world, and we've had to replace a bunch of parts and do some stuff, so I assume we're not going to go the Mud Nut. We'll go the 5. Okay, cool. I don't remember getting any rain recently. This is a lot more water than we usually have on this part of the trail. Right now we're on the what is this? I think this is the 3204. It's also shared with the 15, I believe, the snowmobile 15. This is a pretty common entry point from Riverview. Nothing too exciting here. Kind of a boring trail, super bumpy. There's a lot of public access, like you'll find trucks and jeeps and stuff here, so not a lot of redeeming qualities on this particular trail. But you gotta use it to get to pretty much everywhere else, so what can you do? So what are we, we're September now, 1st or 2nd, something like that. Man, it's like the month change and the weather changes. It's started to get really cool in the evenings. Like, I might have to stop and put some gloves on because it's actually quite brisk out. Hopefully on this ride we'll see a really nice sunset. Been out on this trail before in the summer, in the sunset, and you hit it a certain way and the whole sky just lights up pink. It's really nice. Yeah, let's just do it. Here we are. We're already on it. Look at that. Woohoo! Yay, 5! You're so adventurous! Okay. So we just turned on to the 3205. This is, well, this is just a crappy trail. There are no ifs, ands, and buts about it. It's always bumpy. Not a lot of pretty stuff to look at. Everyone I've talked to hates this trail. But again, beggars can't be choosers. We got what we got, and we deal with it. It's always just like a washboard. So you have to go super slow. Now it looks like it's not too bad. I think it was graded recently and we haven't had a ton of rain, so it's not too bad. I'm also riding without a passenger, which is cool, so I can go a little bit faster. Usually if the kids come, if I can convince them, they complain about this because they just get bounced all around. Yeah, I think something's happened to this trail recently because this is a little bit nicer than it usually is. right now we just turned onto the 3211, I think it's called. I'm not real good with my trail numbers. Interesting site. It's all green. They came through here I think last year and just brushed it all, bush hogged it, whatever, cut all this stuff down. It used to be all grown up. It's quite green right now. Could just be the time of night too. At that dusk, everything, the colors are just popping. Up to the 3208. If we turned left we could go into the hideout, but we're gonna head down the snowmobile trail and try a bit of a trail. My wife's never done it before. I've come through here a couple times. It's kind of a nice trail. There is something up here that locally they call the long water. I think we're gonna get off before that. It can be a little sketchy if you're not familiar with it. It just looks like water that never ends, and it's, you know, it's shin deep for sure, mid shins. The bike that she's on, Frank, is gets a little temperamental in water, so she's a little nervous. I've had Frank through there a couple times and he did just fine, but knowing that she's on it tonight, it would probably crap out. But I think there's a way that we can kind of do the first half of this trail and then turn off. So we're gonna try that out. Well, Frank made it through that water hole, so that's not too bad. My visor's fogging up, I gotta open it up, so you'll probably hear more of the bike noise. Nice little brook that runs along here. Frank's doing good so far. That's down in the second half. Oh wait, if I switch to the, oh okay. Yeah, we're gonna have an opportunity to go left up here, but we're not gonna do it. We're gonna just keep going straight. The other left. Yeah, there's like, there's two, yeah, I know what you meant. I was laughing because, yeah. It'll it's the second left, not the first left. Yes, the other left. It all makes sense now. All right, so we just went down the 885 a little bit, and now we've come out. We cut off like that second half. We're gonna skip the long water for tonight. We'll save that for another day when we're a little more adventurous. And we've hooked back up with the 3205, and we're gonna keep on trucking down to Guy's Chalet, one of the warming huts. And once we get there, we can turn on to the rail bed that I don't know what the trail number is. Maybe it's 13, I'm not sure. But it's Beautiful rail bed, just like in the Elgin subdivision. If you watched one of my other videos on the day that we went to Adair's, just a long, winding, beautiful, tightly treed, just nice sections of trail. Definitely starting to get dark. Headlights are working. Got a little wet with that one. So here we are coming into Geese, just up here. We're gonna see the beaver pond. I love how this beaver pond is. It's like the trail is set below the water level of this pond, and so when you're driving by, you're kind of like right at eye level with the water, and it's just super cool. Look at that. Would you just look at it? You can't, because I keep looking ahead. Well, we got in late last night and my battery had died, so this is the place that we stayed at. It's pretty good. Had fire, a couple beverages, and then promptly fell asleep. And now it's a brisk morning. There was frost. Getting ready to go into Hillsborough, see if we can scavenge some breakfast. We'll see what we can do. Well, we're headed back from Hillsborough. We tried to go in and get some breakfast, but we had a less than stellar experience at the place we stopped at, so we didn't stay. Decided to hit the road and head back home. So we're back on the rail bed here, headed to Geese. Should probably be at Geese in 10 minutes or so. And yeah, then we're gonna head back home and see what the rest of the day brings us, and that will be the end of this adventure. It's a pretty good run last night. I've had better sleeps, but the cabin wasn't too bad. It was nice and warm. We had the wood stove. Had our mattress from our camper in there, which could have been a little more cushiony, but you know, when you're rustic sleeping, you kind of expect to not have the best night's sleep in the world. Weather was perfect. The night was nice and cool, so you know, made having the fire really nice. And yeah, probably do it again sometime. So for now, the end of this adventure. See you later.